pacing back and forth. Oh, I don't understand why you're standing right here. All your shots have scored. No, scratching at the scars you left on my skin. We fight and we fall and we rise through it all till we find what we want, then we lose it all again. Your touch on my skin, pull me close, take me in. Just me, just you, lost in the moment.
Hey gems! Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi! I'm real glad that you clicked on this video. I do hope you will stay and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and like this video, maybe share it out. I'm going to do a review today, and we're going to be reviewing the new Morphe 35D Desert Bouquet. I think I said banquet earlier. The Desert Bouquet palette. We're going to get into this eye look, and I'm going to, I do swatches on Instagram for you guys. I probably will put a few of the pictures in here for you so you can see them, but I do an eye look with this palette, and I've really dug into it so I could give you guys a really thorough review. So if that's something that you want to see, then definitely keep on watching. Alright guys, so Kayla's home. You'll probably hear her in the background. I will list the foundation and brow products I used in the description down below. We have, which I've played with a little bit, the new Morphe 35D. What is it called? Something Bouquet? Desert Bouquet. And I noticed one or two of the shadows were kind of felt a little dry. So we are going to do an eye look with this today, and I'm going to let you know what I think on the overall palette. Now this one here, as far as packaging goes, is definitely different. It's better packaging, and I like that you have the shade names right below the colors. And it is a $26 palette, I believe, but I will put that information on the screen for you. And I have washed my brushes. I have so much going on right now. It is crazy, and I haven't filmed in a few days, and I've missed you guys a lot. So, I mean the other day too, the FedEx lady busted my mailbox. Yeah, so now I go outside and it's slanted and it's got to be fixed, and my mom was all mad about, you know, oh, I can't believe she did that. And I'm like, why get mad? They're gonna fix it. She took a picture of it, sent it to her boss. They're gonna come out and fix it. It's not fixed right now, and the FedEx lady did it. So when the mail lady went back, she was like, what's been going on here? I was like, don't even ask. Like, don't worry about it. Okay, so I washed all my brushes, and I've got this new setup for my brushes too that I'm going to show you guys more in depth later when my vanity comes today. I'm so excited about that. I will be putting that together, and hopefully it goes well. I wanted a personal vanity for my bedroom. So what do we have here? We've got some greens, we've got some oranges, yellows, browns, taupes, purples. Okay, so we've got a little bit of warm colors, a little bit of cool colors. So we could do pretty much, let's go with the neutral eye today, and I'm going to start with Adobe. I'm going to put that on my Jaclyn Hill Morphe collaboration brush, and I'm going to go ahead and stick that on my lid. And we're just going to put that as the transition shade. And see how she blends. Okay, this shade is fine. It doesn't feel like it's too dry. There's not a lot of kick up in the pan, which is good, and I don't have any issues blending so far, but again, it's just one color. So now the one that is pretty, well, it actually feels creamy, but it crumbles, is Cacti I Love You. Like, I guess it'll probably, it might blend all right. It looks like it's blending out okay, but it's definitely, they're not as creamy as what the last one was, the 350 Supernatural. And I'm not quite sure how that's going to do with its blending. But anyhow, so we're going to move on. We're going to go in with Joshua Tree Plant Zaddy, Plant Mom. We've got a mixture of shimmers, a mixture of mattes, and I'm guessing let's go in with Joshua Tree. It's a brown, and we're going to put that in the Z crease and blend her out. Let's see how this works. Browns and mattes in general can be difficult to make. And Morphe's shadows are very affordable. And I have been impressed with their stuff lately. Okay. Let's go ahead and make sure there's no separation in pigment, because that'll look like you didn't blend very well. And you want everything to look as smooth and as flawless as you can get it. I'm going to go ahead and put this color on the other eye and blend out, and I will be right back. All right, we're blended. And I like to take the JH30 Master Blending Brush, and I don't put anything on it, but I do go over the eye with it and make sure everything is really blended nicely. And then I move on to the shimmers, which we're going to go with this LaRouche brush, yes, and we're going to put a little bit of setting spray on it because we're going to use some shimmers and we really want to make this pop. I see Plant Mom and Take a Hike and Under the Palms, and they're just looking like, really liking that. This Plant Mom has like a peachy kind of undertone to it, and I am thinking right here for that color, and it looks like it feels a little dry. It doesn't feel dry when you're swiping it, but on the eye it kind of feels dry. And here it is here, but it looks like it's going to take some building. So we're going to have to build this up, guys. And I see there are some parts of this that is definitely dry. That is not good. Not good at all. Morphe, we don't want dry shadows. Oh, I'm so going to have to build that up. Yeah, not gonna lie. That was a disaster. Yes, I have fallout. It was bunching up on the eye, which sometimes happens when you put setting spray on. But I went in, I had to go back in with a brush several times, apply more color, blend it out, apply more color, blend it out. You get the drill. And then it still didn't give me the pigmentation that I wanted. So I have got to clean up tons of fallout, but I'm not done yet. So I figured, let's go in with Water Me, which is a darker kind of copper kind of shimmer, and we're gonna put that towards the edge of my eye, and I'm gonna use my finger. Maybe this will work a little bit better. This is definitely more pigmented than the one that I just used, which was Plant Mom. Plant Mom is not friendly. No, it did not work well. So I'm going to finish up this outer part of my eye with the copper shimmer that's called Water Me. And then I'm probably going to go in with Take a Hike, which is another shimmer. And then a matte for out here to make the eye darker on the outer corners, the outer edges. I am really kind of disappointed. Take a Hike feels super good. Let's see how this one applies. Okay. Not bad. Definitely need the fingers for this one. The fingers didn't even help Plant Mom. That just, there's no saving that. That one and Cacti Love You are dry shadows. Sorry. They may not initially feel like it, but try to spread it on your eye and see what happens. You're like, oh, it's got dry properties. Yes, it definitely, something's in it that's drying. Okay, so I do like these colors, very much so, and I do want to go in with a little bit more of a matte, and I'm going to go with this Plant Zaddy, which is like the darkest brown in there, almost black, and I'm going to put that up here. Really focus on that outer corner, and then I'll probably go in with my master brush and blend, and then we will put on some liner and go towards the under eye. Now I'm really liking the bronzes, the browns. I think they're gorgeous, especially for like summer looks. I'm like, liking that. Now this here, if I want, I can go in for the inner corner and go ahead and extend it out So, but we'll see, because right now I'm like, I feel like I spent a lot of time trying to build up that one color, but I'm doing a review, and you guys know that I'm going to give you an honest opinion, and I like go through my stuff very thoroughly, so let you know what works and what doesn't with this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is go ahead and grab one of my favorite liners, and that's like the big crayon here, and it's a black gel liner, and I'm going to put that on my waterline, and it's going to be like, it's a thick crayon, so it's going to get like, go down below, but that's okay. And then, I don't know if I can do this one underneath. It's so big. Yeah, actually it works, and it works well. Cool. Ooh, that gives you some depth. All right, I do need to put liquid liner on the top. That is like the only black liner I will really use on the top. Okay, let's do what do we got here. We've got the NYX or the NYX, I don't know how, Professional. That one will work just fine. Really what I just want to do is define the eye right on that upper lash line. A nice thin coat. Here, Kate. She just got home from school and she is a happy camper. Okay, let's finish this up. Always try to steady your arm. I don't have enough space. That is one of the reasons why I'm getting my personal vanity and put it in my room, so I can put all the products on it that I absolutely love and want to reach for that I can never find when they're out here. So I'll have my workstation, and then I will have my personal vanity. I'm so excited. I bought special stuff for it too. Okay, so did that with the liner here. Oh my gosh, I need to wash my hands and clean up this fallout. So let me do that. Okay, so cleaning up that fallout, a disaster. But I had my foundation on. I don't put my foundation up all the way here if I'm going to use concealer, because there's no point in laying one on top of the other, especially if you have mature skin. So a helpful little tip for you. And what do we got? We got the Tarte Double Duty Beauty. It is the Shape Tape concealer that we're going to be using today, and I'm going to apply that right here. Yes, guys, guess what's coming today? Jaclyn's prepping set. Super excited. So I'm like, okay, wait, I can do the concealer, but I want the other products. I want them already. Right now I'm so disappointed in this Morphe palette, but you know, we can salvage a look. You know how to do that. I've taught you this. So let me go ahead and grab my beauty blender now, and we're going to put this concealer down. Okay. And ooh, it's nice and light. Then we're going to have to be careful with fallout. So I will be using setting spray to help avoiding that, and I will be using specific brushes in a certain way. Alright, so concealer. Okay. What we are going to do with this concealer is I do have the new Tatcha powder, and I want to try that, but should we try it in this video? Let's try it in this video. I got this from Influenster, and it's really cool packaging. It had like a little rubber thing right here, and I pulled it off, and the powder just kind of comes out as much as you need it. There's not a lot, which is kind of cool. It is a $48 powder, and when Influencer, if you don't know what that is a company that you review products for, and you post reviews and stuff, and they send you Vox boxes, and their Vox boxes have free product in it, and you just post on social media what you think of those products and do reviews on them for getting them. Like, they give you the free product so you could do the review. So I'm going to go ahead and put this powder, which seems pretty nice, on here on my eyes, and then I'm going to grab a brush and we're going to brush it away and see what it does. See. Okay, I I want a bramble juice. This a La Rouge brush. And here we are. Not bad. I like that. Okay, we'll see how it wears. Now, we're going to do the under eye. Here's what we need to do the under eye the correct way. We need a stiffy. If you guys don't know what a stiffy is, it is a stiff brush. They call it the eyeliner smudge brush. They call it a bunch of different things. But this here, you can actually smudge out your liner, but you can also stamp in the color and then go back in with a crease brush and blend it out. And that's what I like to use these brushes for. I call them my stiffy. Alright, because it's a stiff brush. So here's what I want to do. I want to put a, well, no, you know what? I'm not even going to mess with this color right here. Hi, Jackson.
Hi.
I'm going to go in with Joshua Tree, these mattes down here. Oh my gosh, this is funny. Scam likely. I love the iPhone. Like, I don't need to answer that. Okay. Alright. So I have stamped, well no, I put my brush in there, and now I'm going to stamp the color. Okay, you can slide it. Whoa, okay. And we did Joshua Tree and Plant Zaddy, which are interesting names, but those are the colors we are using right now. And the smokiness effect is going to have to do with the gel liner that I put on the lower waterline and how we blend this out. It's really going to help. Like, I absolutely love doing this type of smoky eye. Okay, so now we really want like brushes like this, just like that. This here is the JH38, and I'm going to put a little bit of setting spray on this, and what I'm going to do is start back here and blend that out. It's going to mix nicely with the liner, and it's going to create a really nice smoky effect. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? So I don't have to add anything. I am just blending. I did not put this brush into the pigment. I stamped the pigment on with the stiffy, and now I'm just going back and forth to blend and smoke nice and gently. And then what I want to do is I will now dip the brush into Plant Zaddy and Joshua Tree, and I will go ahead and put some up here. Darken this a little bit. Just the outer edges. And if you wanted to, you could bring that darkness in. It's really up to you. Sometimes I like to do that, and sometimes I don't. It just depends on the day. But we're going to go ahead and add some more mattes to this. And then blend that out. Okay. And you can make it as dark as you want. I really just like this to look like it belongs together. So I want to make it as dark as what my under eye is. And these are just touch-ups that you can do, you know? Like, look at that. Hi. Yes, thank you. So yeah, we'll add this touch-up here. And like I said, you could totally bring this in if you wanted to. You would just really follow it all the way. But you would want to take like an angled brush to do that. And I've done that in other videos before and showed you how. You would literally and with the angled brush. Okay, now I've got this in here. I'm going to go ahead with my Jaclyn Hill brush. I'm not going to use the master brush because I don't want to blend this to where the pigment disappears. I really just want to kind of blend this in, and we're just blending this outer part right here. And then we can go ahead and do a brow bone highlight and an inner corner highlight. Oh, I love that so much. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, so at this point we can use, like I like Jaclyn Hill's brushes because she's got like the Brub 1 highlight brush, the inner corner highlight brush. She has specific brushes for that, which I love because they work like super, super well. And I'm really gonna need another set of 2 eye sets and then 1 entire collection. Yeah. All right, so in here we have Villa Vibes, and that looks like it could be a nice, oh, don't tell me it's gonna be dry. Let's see. All right, so we are, no, it's gonna work okay. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Okay, again, kind of, there's some dry properties in these shadows. Okay, so before I put my lashes on, I decided to get into a little bit in depth in contour with a cream bronzer I've been loving. It is the NARS Sunkissed Bronzing Cream in Laguna. This is I love this bronzer. I love it so much. And I go ahead and I use these pointy brushes to go ahead and do my nose, right? And put a little under here. And to apply it to the top. And then I use the Jaclyn Hill contour brush. It's the JH08 for right here, or I use the LaRouche Kabuki brush. It's a tiny little Kabuki brush. It's amazing. Okay, so now that I have applied this, I've got it down here at my jawline, over here, and really what I'm going to do is work this in with this brush. Make sure we take care of that and blend it in well. And I like to let it sit on my nose until like last. And I really take my time to blend it into my forehead. This really, contouring changes the shape of your face. It hides what you need it to hide to actually, you can change the contour shape of your face completely with contouring. And you can use a bronzer. You do not need to have a contour powder. Really, it's just finding the shades that work with your undertone. Because I know there are some cream out there. Cream bronzers, cream contour. Really, just find the color that works for you. It doesn't matter if you use a bronzer to contour. Okay, so we've got that. So now my face is shaped. We're going to go ahead and blend this in. You do not want this to go out too far, and you do not want it to go too low, okay? Really, it is right below your cheekbone where you're going to put your blush right here, and then you're going to put your highlight here. And really, from the top of the ear, you could bring it out to your eye and then start to blend. And make sure you blend it well. Okay, now the brush that I'm going to use for my nose, I'm going to actually go in. Okay, I'm going to use a crease brush. This here is just a regular Morphe brush. It doesn't have a number on it. What I'm going to do is kind of follow this down and blend it. Okay, we're going to leave this like that. We're not finished yet, but we're going to leave this just like that. Make sure everything is good, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my blush. I think I'm going to go in with the Patrick Ta. I'm liking the Patrick Ta. I'm really liking She's Sincere. This is a great color. It's a blush that can be built up. It's not one that is like super, super goes on crazy. And what you want to do is get the apple of the cheeks and just kind of blend. This here is a dual-ended brush. One side is highlight, the other side is for blush. It's a Persona brush, and it works pretty well. So really, we are just taking this and blending. Okay guys, so this here is my finished look with the new the new Morphe 35D Desert Bouquet palette. The packaging on this one was better than the last one for the 350 Supernatural. However, this one here I cannot recommend. I have to be honest, the shadows feel creamy to the touch, but then when you blend them out, they feel dry. and most of them do. You can see here, I've only used this palette for doing swatches and then doing this one eye look. And I'm going to be honest with you, I've dug pretty deep into some of these shimmers because I could not get them. They blended out, but they did not immediately blend out. They did not immediately build up. You had to take time doing that. You had to use different brushes doing that. So overall, this is not a palette I would recommend. Obviously, I've swatched every color. I had some swatches. They're on Instagram. I can link that down below for you so you can see all of the swatches. But I didn't use all of them on the eye, but I used what? Let me see, 1, 2. I used these mattes. These blended out okay. I used this one here for the inner, and then I used this one and this one. Again, this one was really dry, really dry. These two, not too bad, but I did have a lot of fallout because of that. I was digging in there with my brush. I think you guys get it. This is a $26 palette. I'm glad I was able to do a review for you. You guys know I'm always going to be transparent and honest with you. This is not something I would recommend because you do have to work a little harder with these shadows. I did do two tutorials on the 350 Supernatural. I will link that in here for you. I do recommend that palette. That one was like so creamy. It was buttery. It was amazing. This one here, you can definitely do without. I hope you guys are not disappointed. I definitely just had to give you my in-depth review video and other things. I like to send things out. That's just something that I like to do. It's my way of connecting with you. It's my way of thanking you. It's the way of me building a long-term relationship with you. Okay, I just had to throw that in there for whatever reason. But anyhow, I just want to say thank you so much to every single one of you who watched this video. I do hope that it helped you in some way, and I will see you guys really soon in another one. Bye!